All right, dear children, welcome back to the class. Today we'll see some of the things, some MCQs related to light reflection and refraction. Already in the last session, you must have done them, but still you try to get hold of them and try to do them. As already I explained, and every class I explain in Kalparuksha classes, we follow step-by-step process to build the concepts. Okay, and today's target is the SSLC MCQ series we are running, right? So in that we are going to see light reflection and refraction MCQs. Are you ready for this journey, dear children?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so before going to that MCQ session, let me give you some idea about this chapter, some synopsis. MCQ light reflection and refraction. The first thing what you should know is refraction. Everybody should be having idea about refraction. Okay, refraction is like when light is traveling from one medium to another medium, it bends away from its normal path. No, it may bend towards the normal or it may bend away from the normal also. Both cases are possible, right? Now, initial path is like this. It was going like this. It may bend towards the normal. This is normal, no? N dash is normal. It may bend towards the normal or it may bend away from the normal. Both situations are possible for it. Yes, dear children. So both are possible. Anything can happen in that matter. Right, dear children? So both are possible. Now it is towards the normal means it must be traveling from rarer medium to denser medium. When it is traveling from rarer medium to denser medium, it is bending towards the normal. Now second case is like when it is bending away from the normal. For example, it was a normal path. It is bending away from the normal means you understand, no? Bending away from the normal. Yes, dear children. So this is the original path of light. Now it bent away from the normal. That means it must be traveling from denser medium to rarer medium. Rarer medium to denser medium, it bend towards the normal. Denser medium to rarer medium, it bend away from the normal. Okay, this is one thing. Now, what is the reason for refraction? If they ask you why refraction happens, refraction reason for refraction is light has different speeds in different media. Light has different speeds in different media. So that's why refraction happens. Okay, that is one reason. Now everybody knows Snell's law. What is Snell's law? For example, this is the angle of incidence and this is the angle of refraction and this is first medium and this is second medium. The refractive index of second medium with respect to first medium is sin I divided by sin R. Everybody knows this. This is what is Snell's law. Okay, and afterwards there is one more definition, that is like v1 and v2. If their speeds means what will be the refractive index, v1 by v2 also. Whatever I have written inside the box, no, this box, whatever I have written, it is Snell's law. But this is also one definition, that is v1 divided by v2. Is this understood, dear children?
Yes, sir.
Okay, then after that there is something called absolute refractive index. Okay, absolute refractive index means how you have to consider. Now whatever the first medium is there, no, that first medium has to be air and second medium can be some medium m, or it can be anything. Okay, light is traveling from this to this. Now it is getting like this. Now its speed is c. Speed of light in air is c. The value of c everybody knows. The value of c is 3 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second. Everybody knows it. Now here the speed is vm. Vm means what? Speed of light in this medium m. So refractive index of this medium with respect to c. With respect to c means with respect to free space or air. So that is equal to c divided by vm, right? So this is a very, very important equation. So this nm, whatever it is there, it is known as absolute refractive index. Absolute refractive index of medium m. So absolute refractive index of medium m is equal to speed of light in air divided by speed of light in the medium. Is it clear to everyone? Absolute refractive index? Yes?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Next, after this, we have two types of lenses. One is convex lens. Its focal length is positive. If focal length is positive, power is also positive, because power is equal to the formula is 1 by f and f should be in meter. Focal length everybody knows. Then after that, this is a biconcave lens. Biconcave lens means focal length is negative, therefore power is also negative. Everybody knows it. All right, then after that we have lens formula, that is 1 by f is equal to 1 by v minus 1 by u. Everybody knows it. Okay, Then similarly, I'm going to have m is equal to hi by ho, and that is also equal to v by u. Correct? So all these formula are known to you or not? Magnification formula and lens formula. This one is called lens formula, right? Everybody knows it or not? Yes? And this is the formula for magnification. Clear, dear children?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so these are the only things which you are supposed to know. Otherwise, I mean, you should know about this. What is this? Through glass slab. There is a glass slab. Through that also refraction happens. No, there is one normal here. Light is traveling from here to here. These questions are very rare. Now this glass inside, what will be there? Inside glass will be there. Outside air is there. Again, outside air is there. Now rarer to denser means it is bending towards the normal, and denser to rarer means it is bending away from the normal. So like that, like this, the ray of light will be traveling. Understood, dear children? I hope it should be clear. Now, whatever this AB is there, no, so this AB is called incident ray. And whatever BC, if I write BC, this BC is called refracted ray. And if I write CD, this CD is called emergent ray. Understood, no? AB is incident ray, IR. BC is a refracted ray, RR. And CD is emergent ray, that is ER. And this is known as angle of incidence. And this is known as angle of refraction. And this one is known as angle of emergence. And this angle is also equal to R, because this dotted line and this dotted line are parallel to each other. Now, if I'm drawing any transversal means this become alternate interior angles. So that's why both are equal. Clear, dear children?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So let me go to the MCQs. Already, I think you have solved them, but still one more time you take a chance to solve them. Okay. Let us take the first question. Everybody solve this question. First question. Don't just guess the answer. Please solve this. Speed of light in medium A is double the speed of light in medium B. That means in medium B, if speed is x, in medium A it is 2x. Speed of light in medium A is double the speed of light in medium B. Ratio of refractive index of medium A to refractive index of medium B is. Okay, they're asking refractive index of medium A to medium B. They're asking. Just read this question once again and try to do it. I'll be solving it in a bamboo paper. Please read that question once again, everyone. Speed of light in medium A is double the speed of light in medium B. Ratio of refractive index of medium A to refractive index of medium B is 1:2, 2:1, 4:1, 1:4. How to do this first question, dear children? It's very simple, no? Look at this. Can I call speed of light in medium B is equal to x? Then the speed of light in medium A becomes 2x, no? Yes or no? Because in the question it is told speed of light in the medium A is 2x. Sorry, speed of light in medium A is double the speed of light in medium B. Now they are asking a refractive index of medium A divided by refractive index of medium B. Everybody knows refractive index of medium A means C by VA divided by refractive index of medium B means C by VB. Then what it becomes? It becomes C by VA into VB by C. C get cancelled. And what is that? VB by VA is there? VB means x, VA means 2x. X get cancelled. What is answer? 1 by 2. Refractive index of medium A divided by refractive index of medium B is 1 by 2. 1:2. Right, dear children? Is there any option like that? Yes, there is an option 1:2. This is the correct answer. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Everybody got it? Okay. So look for the second question also, all of you. Speed of light in a medium is 3 into 10 to the power 6 meter per second. Speed is given. It's absolute refractive index. By looking at this speed, you should be able to tell directly, even without much calculation. Speed of a light in a medium is 3 into 10 to the power 6 meter per second. Its absolute refractive index is. Anyone got answer 100? Just check. See, in a medium, what is the speed, dear children? In a medium, there is one medium. The speed of the light they have given it as 3 into 10 to the power 6, no? 3 into 10 to the power 6 meter per second. They are asking its absolute refractive index. Absolute refractive index of medium, that is equal to C by Vm, no? C means what? 3 into 10 to the power 8. Vm means what? 3 into 10 to the power 6. 3 got cancelled and it is 10 to the power 2. 10 to the power 2 is like 100, no? Refractive index of medium, absolute refractive index of medium M is 100 or not? So don't you think this is the correct answer? Tell me, dear children. Correct now? Whatever I have told, did you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So I think that should be the correct answer. Let me get on to third question. Srujan, are you able to listen to me, Srujan?
Yes, sir.
Prajwal? Okay. Third question. Try this third question, all of you. Third one. 3 media A, B, and C have speeds of light as V, 3V, and 6V. Following are the arrangement of their refractive index. Take the correct option. I mean, medium C is having highest speed. Highest speed means it is rarer medium, no? Rarer medium means its refractive index should be low, no? So refractive index of medium C should be lowest, no? See, look at this. Here the refractive index of medium C is lowest, no? Just think over the option A. Srujan and Prajwal. Yes or no? Highest speed means refractive index is lowest because we know the formula, right? What formula we know? We know the formula that refractive index is equal to, what is the formula we know? Refractive index N is equal to C divided by V, we know, no? So speed is more means refractive index is less or not? If speed increases means refractive index will become less. So here is the speed highest. 6V means highest speed. That's the lowest refractive index. So that's why option A is the correct, no? For this. Just think over it. This is the correct option, no, dear children? Yes or no? Yeah, the problem is you guys don't respond. That is the main problem. Nisarga, did you understand? Prajwal?
Yes, sir.
Prajwal?
Yes, sir.
Srujan?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so you have to respond, no? Otherwise, how should I go forward? So this is the right option. I hope you got it. Because more speed means less refractive index. Here is a less refractive index, so we got it. Now let's go to fourth question. When light travels from rarer medium to denser medium, it bends towards the normal because. Srujan will tell me the answer. Why it will bend towards the normal?
Speed decreases, sir.
Good. Speed is increasing means it will bend away from the normal. Speed is decreasing. Rarer medium means speed of light in a rarer medium is always greater than speed of light in denser medium. So that's why when light is going from, for example, this is like rarer medium and this is like denser medium means it is bend, it is going means it will bend towards the normal. Why it is bending towards the normal? Because its speed is reducing. Its speed is reducing means it will bend towards the normal. Clear? Now if the reverse case is there, light is traveling from denser medium to rarer medium. What happens here? Now here the speed increase means suddenly it goes like this, it bend away from the normal. So that's
Speed
why
increases.
that is the reason. Yes, their speed increases, but here speed decreases. Clear now?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So I think now these kind of questions will be framed. Now, fifth question. Everybody see this? Pick which can be the power of convex lens. Which can be the power of convex lens? Tell me. 1 diopter, 2 diopter, both A and B, and minus -8 diopter. Which is the correct? Which can be the power of convex lens? Tell me.
Option C, sir.
This is the correct. Yes, this is the correct option, no? But this is also positive. This is also positive. So power of convex lens means its power is positive. That's why this won't happen. So both A and B. It is the correct option, no? Clear? So this is the correct option which you have to take. All right. Let me go to next question. Sixth question. Do this question. Where the object should be placed in front of convex lens to get image at 2f2. Let's make it as 2f2. It is not 2f1. It is 2f2. 2f2 it is. Okay. Where the object should be placed in front of convex lens to get image at 2f2. Tell me. What is the correct option for this? Which option is correct? Tell me. This option is also not correct. This is also not correct. This is also not correct. All are not correct. No. We should form one more option here. What is that? Object should be placed at 2f1.
2F1.
2f1. 2f1, right?
Yes, sir.
Correct or not? So everybody knows about this, no? So based upon these lenses, questions can be framed. Okay, where the object should be placed. So here is the lens, no? Here is f1. Here is 2f1. And here is f2. And here is 2f2. Whenever the object is at infinity. Now the object is at infinity means image will be at f2. Now whenever the object is beyond 2f1, image will be between 2f2 and 2f2. When the object is at 2f1, the image will be at 2f2. When the object is between f1 and 2f1, image will be beyond 2f2. When the object is at f1, image will be at infinity. Now whenever the object is between O and f1, where the image will be, it will be on same side of the object. Is this known to you or not, all of you?
Yes, sir.
Yes or no? So these things you should know, and based upon this, any question can be framed, dear children. See, in this one simple diagram, I have explained entire thing about the image formation in convex lens or not?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So that's why try to have idea about it so that you get to know about this. Now do seventh question. Which lens is used to get erect diminished image? It should be erect and it should be diminished.
Concave lens.
Yes, good. Concave lens is used to get erect and diminished image. You know that. Convex lens, if you take, no, you will get erect image. If you are placing the object between O and f1, if you place the object here, you will get erect but enlarged image you will get. Erect and diminished means I must use concave lens. Okay. So answer for this is concave lens. Understood? Look into the ray diagrams, you will get to know about that. So concave lens is the right option. Clear, dear children?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah. Let's get into eighth question now. Eighth question. Try this. In convex lens, height of the image is double the height of object and image is inverted. Image is inverted also. And height of the image is double the height of object. Object should be between. Tell me. Object should be between O and f1, f1 and 2f1, beyond 2f1, at 2f1.
F1 and 2F1, sir.
Between 1 and 2f1, no? Between f1 and 2f1. This is the right answer, no? Look at this. Just now I have told you. Once again, let me repeat that. So this is like convex lens. Now, if it is at 2f1 means image will be at 2f2. Correct? Now, if the object, correct, no? At 2f1 object is there, at 2f2 image will be there. Now if the object is between f1 and 2f1, here is the object means I will get the image here. Yes or no? And it will be enlarged, no? It will be enlarged and it will be inverted. Correct or not? Image is double the height of object means it should be enlarged only, no? And image is inverted means inverted is also there. So that's why object should be between f1 and 2f1 or not.
Yes, sir.
So that's why this option becomes correct. Now let me ask you one more question, dear children. So I think you got it. So between f1 and 2f1, if you haven't got it, once again try this. Now try this one more question. Everybody try this. Let me give you that question. That question is like this. Third one. I'm just giving you. Object should be placed between dash and dash in front of convex lens. In front of convex lens to get enlarged image. To get enlarged image. Now here are the options. Dash and dash means you have to fill that. That is like f1 and 2f1. Next one is O and f1. C beyond 2f1. Next D beyond f1. Do this. Okay, try to do it. Option A, if you say, it will become wrong, Srujan, now this time. No, think about it one more time. Option A is for sure it's wrong.
Option B, sir.
Option B to be enlarged. No, it is. Object should be placed between dash and dash in front of convex lens to get enlarged image. It should be actually O and f1. 2f1 it is, not only f1. Okay. So in that case, actually it is 2f1. Okay. Option B is correct. Try to understand this. Option B is correct. O and 2f1 means option B will be correct. Now look at this. What they are saying between, object should be placed between dash and dash in front of convex lens to get enlarged image. Saying no. Enlarged means, are they saying any erect and inverted? Are they saying anything? No, right? Enlarged, that's it, no? Yes or no? Try to understand it. What they are saying only enlarged or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes, only enlarged they are saying means now this is a convex lens. Okay, now it is f1 and it is 2f1. Now when the object is at 2f1, image will be at 2f2 and it will be of the same size, no, inverted but same size. Here same size. Now if you come forward, the image will become bigger. If you come at f1, the image will become much more bigger at infinity, much more bigger at infinity. Now if you come here between O and f1, again image will be on this side only, but it will be enlarged or not. Are you getting my point? Are you getting my... So if you go forward of this 2f1, whatever you get, it is like enlarged only. Now between this 2f1 and f2, this 2f1 and f1, 2f1 and f1, enlarged and inverted you get. Enlarged and inverted, 2f1 and f1. So if it between 2f1 and f1. Now it is between O and f1 means there also you will get enlarged, but what you will get? Enlarged and erect, no? Yes or no? Yes? So that's why enlarge means, look at this, enlarge means O to 2f1, wherever between O to 2f1, wherever you place, here also look at this, enlarge, here also enlarge, here also enlarge. So that's why option become between, tell me dear children, what is the option? Here option become between O and 2f1. Clear now?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So I think screen is not visible. My screen is not visible, right? Or it is visible?
It is visible, sir.
It is visible. Huh? Okay. All right. So let me get on to next question now. Let me get on to next question. Where is that? I think it's here. So let us see this question. Okay. Now I think we got it. Ninth one. Do the ninth question. Magnification is -1 for convex lens when object is at.
2f1,
This is
sir.
also simple. Object is at 2f1. This is the right answer, no? B is the right answer, right? So this becomes
Yes,
the
sir.
correct answer, no? Why? Because magnification is -1 for convex lens. If the object is at 2f1, again it roams around there only. If it is at 2f1, it will be formed at 2f2. Object is here and image will be formed reverse, same height. The height of the image will also be same. So here 10 centimeter means here also minus 10 centimeter. That's why magnification becomes -1. Is it clear? So object should be at 2f1. To get the same sized image means the magnification is going to be -1 because it is inverted also. Everybody got it? Clear? Please confirm whether it is clear or not.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now let's go to 10th question. Please do 10th question. An object of height 20 centimeter is placed in front of a convex lens of focal length 10 centimeter at a distance of 20 centimeter. Height of the image is, again without any calculation you can do this.
-20, sir.
Height, yes, good. -20 is the right answer. Yeah. Quickly we have to do -20 is the right answer. How? Try to do that. An object of height 20 centimeter is placed in front of a convex lens of focal length 10 centimeter. What is the focal length? Focal length means this distance only, no? Focus f1. So it is 10 centimeter. Now the object is placed at a distance of 20 centimeter. 20 centimeter means here it is, no? Here means 2f1. Here is the object. 20 centimeter. Okay. Now they are asking height of the image. Height of the image means it will be formed at 2f2 only, no? 2f1 means 2f2 and it is having same size, no? If it is 20 centimeter means it is also 20 centimeter but -20 centimeter because it will come down. So therefore -20 centimeter is the right answer. I hope everybody got it.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Is the screen visible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So that's why this answer becomes correct. Clear, dear children? Okay. So let me go to 11th question. Do this question. When magnification is negative, image is
Option C,
Inverted
sir.
and real.
good. Thank you. Inverted and real. See, this is the power of repetition. If you repeat, if you have seen these kind of questions, answer become very obvious and immediately will say them. Right, Deepti?
Yes, sir.
Now, based upon this basement, you can solve any kind of question. Whatever question on the internet are there, you can solve all of them. You try them, you'll get feel of that. That document also I have prepared that document also. But I want to build these concepts first because all rounds of questions are there. Afterwards, you can go for those internet questions. Clear? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So let me go to next question. 12th question, please do it. Please do this question, 12th question. Now this is like little bit of calculation and all. Do it. An inverted image 2 times the height. That means magnification is minus, inverted means minus. 2 times the height of object means 2. That is like m is equal to -2. That is understood. An inverted image 2 times the height of object is formed when object is placed at a distance of 20 centimeter in front of a convex lens. That means object distance is 20 centimeter. They are asking focal length of lens. They are asking for the focal length. Yeah, these people, no, they don't understand that they are not supposed to call. Deepti, just confirm, are you able to see the screen or not, Deepti?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So fine, Deepti. So everybody is trying this question, 12th question. I hope so. So let me solve that 12th question also for you guys. What is the value of magnification here in 12th question? Inverted image means minus and double the size of object means 2. What is the value of u? U is equal to minus 20 centimeter, no? It is placed at a distance of 20 centimeter in front of a convex lens, they said, right? So from this you can find out the value of v also. So m is equal to v by u. M means minus 2, v means we don't know, u means minus 20. V is equal to what is that? Minus 2 into minus 20. Minus 2 into minus 20, that's why v is equal to 40, no? V is equal to 40 centimeter. Deep, is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Then after that you find out the focal length. Focal length is 1 by f is equal to 1 by v minus 1 by u. 1 by v means 1 by 40 minus 1 by 40 minus 1 by minus 20. 1 by minus 20. So it becomes 1 by 40 plus 1 by 20. LCM is 40. Now 41s are 22s are. 1 plus 2 is 3. So 1 by f is 3 by 40 and f is equal to 40 by 3. 40 by 3 centimeter. Just check whether any option is there or not. Option is there, no? 40 by 3. So this is the right option. Clear, dear children?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So that becomes the correct option. Next, try this. Here is the right option for this question. Try 13th question, all of you. The lens used to read small letters written on ornament is convex lens, concave lens, both A and B, none of the above. Convex lens is the right option, no?
Yes, sir.
Why? Why convex lens? Because it produces enlarged and enlarged and erect image. Yes, so that's why we use convex lens. I hope it is clear. So the option is convex lens. Okay. Now do this 14th question, all of you. A concave lens has power of minus 3 diopter. Its radius of curvature is. A concave lens has power of minus 3 diopter. Its radius of curvature is minus 3 meter, minus 66.6 meter, minus 66.6 centimeter, minus 6 meter. It has power 3 diopter, no? So if it is having power minus 3 diopter means power is equal to 1 by f, or you can write f is equal to 1 by p also, no issue. 1 divided by minus 3 means it becomes 1 by 3 means what? Minus, anyhow it is there, 0.3333 centimeter, no? So this is the focal length, means radius of curvature will be double of this, that is like minus, so this is not centimeter, no dear children, I'm sorry, this is not centimeter. This focal length should be in meter, no?
Yes, sir.
Minus 0.333 meter, then radius of curvature will be minus 0.666 meter only, no? Yes or no?
Yes.
Is there any option as minus 0.666 meter here? No, but so whatever, I'm sorry dear children, I'm sorry for the call. Whatever this 0.666 meter is there, no, minus that is there, that meter means that option is not there, but it becomes minus 66.66 centimeter or not. That's why this option become correct or not.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, try to get it. I mean, minus 0.666 meter we got, that is okay, but we got it as minus 66.66 centimeter also, no? Because into 100 means we get it. This is the correct option. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Now do this last question. An object is placed at a distance of 10 centimeter in front of a concave lens of focal length 2 centimeter. Nature of the image formed is. An object is placed at a distance of 10 centimeter. Object distance is 10 centimeter, and that too in front of a concave lens Of focal length 2 centimeter. Nature of images. Concave lens means it produces only one type of image. No, dear children? Yes or no? Yes. It produces virtual and erect image, no? Yes or no? It produces virtual, erect, and diminished. Virtual and erect. Yes, it is correct. Virtual and inverted. No, it's not at all possible. Inverted real. No, no case at all. Real and erect. No, it is also not possible. Virtual and erect is correct, no?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So this is the option for that. Now, one more thing, dear children. I think everybody got to know about this answer. So this is the answer for this. Now, whatever these virtual images are there, no, those virtual images are always erect. And whatever real images are, they are always inverted. Clear now? This concept is known to you or not?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So these things you should be knowing. So all the questions will be based upon ray diagrams. Whatever ray diagrams are there, based upon that questions will be framed. This is the first set of questions on ray diagrams. Then question can be asked upon refractive index based upon speed and all. And they can be asked upon lens formula and magnification. Lens formula and magnification. So these are the only questions where your question will be roaming around. All right, dear children?
Yes, sir.
Now, after this session, now all questions are over here. After this, I'll be sending you one question bank also on light reflection and refraction. You have to solve that. And whatever doubts you have, you can WhatsApp me. I will be guiding you. Is it clear, dear children?
Yes, sir.
So I'll be sending you after the session. I will send you so that you can solve them. Clear, dear children?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So thank you for joining the session. Have a good day. Bye-bye.
Bye, sir.
Bye, everyone.